man. You know, Ross take a shot at you a couple weeks ago about a girl that you're not even with no more. And then, what is it with you and Ross that's just been going on for so long?
I spend it to you, right? Nothing else works for him outside of mentioning me. When things get bad.
You spoke about Meek and Drake. Obviously, y'all are in a great place. Y'all are cool. You said that y'all share music.
Yeah.
Can we see something like that happen for you at 50? Or is that too far gone?
I doubt it.
He can still write a verse, but his verse always has drug dealer references in him.
Yeah.
When he's admitted to being a correctional officer.
Okay.
In order to be a correctional officer, you have to not have any criminal history.
That's right.
Just seen a clip of the Wallow show where he was interviewing 50 Cent and the other little dude asked him a question. Small talk.
Rick Ross is done playing nice. No more games, no more silence. He just fired back at 50 Cent and Jelly after they tried to clown him, calling him broke. Seriously, they thought they could come for Ross like that? No way. Anytime Rick's name gets dragged into the drama, it's guaranteed to blow up fast. Let's break down exactly how this wild situation exploded and why Ross isn't backing down an inch. He's standing strong through it all. This beef is old school, but still hits like a fresh punch to the jaw. Rick Ross and 50 Cent have been going at it for years, and this is just the latest round in their heavyweight showdown. It all started back in 2008, believe it or not, when Ross claimed 50 gave him a dirty look at the BET Awards. Yeah, one mean mug kicked off a feud that's been burning ever since. By early 2009, Ross came out swinging with his diss track Mafia Music, where he went straight for 50's personal life. 50 Cent wasted no time firing back. He dropped Officer Ricky, daring Ross to come at him, and started clowning him hard. He didn't hold anything back, mocking Ross for his past job as a corrections officer and throwing shade at his whole image. But 50 wasn't done. He took the feud beyond music and turned it into a full-on comedy roast. He created a wild character called Pimpin' Curly, and in February 2009 dropped a video called A Psychic that straight up roasted Ross like it was some out-of-control stand-up special. Then things got way out of pocket. 50 Cent didn't stop with the jokes. He crossed a line big time by exposing DJ Khaled's mom's workplace and home. Yeah, he really went there, and it got messy fast. People couldn't believe what they were seeing. Did 50 Cent really just pull that move? But oh no, he wasn't finished yet. Somehow he got his hands on a private tape of Rick Ross's baby mama, Latonia Leviston, and added his own wild commentary all over it. Total chaos. But that stunt blew up in his face big time.
I just seen a clip of the Wallow show where he was interviewing 50 Cent and the other little dude asked him a question, small talk. But ultimately, the question that should have been asked was, you jumped out there during the beef, the West Coast versus the Canadian, and I thought Dr. Dre put you on. I thought Dr. Dre was the set. I thought you was loyal to Dr. Dre. You mean you went with the Canadian? Oh.
In 2010, Latonia hit him with a lawsuit for leaking the tape without her permission. And by July 2015, the court smacked 50 with a jaw-dropping $5 million in damages, plus another $2 million in penalties on top. That's a cold $7 million loss, all because he got way too petty with it. And you'd think after losing that kind of money, the beef would cool off, right? Nope. 50 Cent kept the shots coming. In 2013, he hopped on Twitter to straight up mock Ross after Ross got into a car crash while dodging gunfire. No chill at all, just pure clowning when the man's life was literally on the line. And the disrespect didn't stop there. Over the years, they kept throwing jabs online and in interviews, always sneak dissing, never letting the drama die out.
Ross take a shot at you a couple weeks ago about a girl that you're not even with no more. And then, what is it with you and Ross that's just been going on for so long?
I spend it to you, right? Nothing else works for him outside of mentioning me. When things get bad, you mention me. It gets cuddly further. You'll see TMZ is 50 Cent said this is going to be bad for Irv Gotti's career.
Then in 2020, when people started buzzing about a possible versus battle between the two, Ross shut it down quick, throwing shade by asking if 50 was even still relevant anymore. Ouch. Just when it felt like things were finally calming down, 50 stirred the pot again. He laughed at the first week sales for Ross and Meek Mill's collab album, Too Good to Be True, clowning the 31,000 first week numbers like it was a joke. But Ross, he didn't flinch for a second. He brushed it off and reminded everyone loud and clear, they're both still stacking money no matter what. This feud has been built on personal jabs, deep disrespect, and years of bad blood. And now it's fired up again with Ross stepping right back in the mix.
I get covered across the board. They get covered on the hip-hop blogs. It is what it is. And you watch, because I have nothing else to say. You'll just see it happen periodically.
And just like that, 50 Cent and Rick Ross are locking horns again like this beef never took a break. The latest spark flew when 50 showed up on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast with Gillie and Wallow, where the drama always finds a way in. Gillie didn't waste a second stirring the pot, bringing up how Ross has been throwing slick little jabs lately, taking shots whenever he feels like it. That's when 50 let loose with no filter. He said Ross only drops his name when things are falling apart in his world, trying to chase some clout and stay relevant. According to 50, outside of mentioning me, when things get bad, you mention me, it gets covered for you. Boom, shots fired. But Rick Ross wasn't just gonna sit there and let that slide. No way! He clapped back quick, throwing shade at 50 Cent's recent land purchase in Shreveport, Louisiana. Ross tried to clown him by calling it cheap land, like 50 couldn't afford anything better. Ross basically said, "Yo, congrats on your discount property." Pure disrespect. Then Ross hit him with a major flex. He bragged that he's sitting on another 100+ acres behind his own estate, and even told 50 to pull up and film something there if he felt like it. Now that's a power move, but Ross wasn't done flexing. He kept stacking his wins. He started talking big about his car show, bragging how 15,000 people showed up straight to his property, turning his estate into a full-blown stadium for the day. Wild numbers right there. This back and forth proves one thing. This beef is alive and kicking harder than ever. Now it's not just about the music, it's about who's got the bigger bag, the louder flex, and the last laugh. But things took a wild turn when Rick Ross decided to drag Gillie into the mess, just because he hosted the podcast where 50 made his comments. For real, Ross threw his name in like he was part of the beef. But Gillie wasn't about to let that slide. He clapped back quick on IG, writing, "What did I do? Your beef is not with me, black man." And honestly, that said it all. Real talk. It was kinda weird Ross even went after him. Gillie barely said a word during the whole back and forth. Sure, he laughed, loud, like super loud, but let's be real, that's just what happens when 50 Cent starts cooking somebody live. 50's got that wild energy where he roasts people so hard, the whole room can't help but crack up. It's classic 50 Cent, flipping serious shade into pure entertainment every time. Most folks online felt like 50 walked away with the win this round. Again, and let's be honest, nobody's surprised. One commenter even backed up what 50 said in the interview, calling it straight up facts. They said, "I get covered everywhere. They get blog mentions." Another fan chimed in saying 50 basically gave Ross a free masterclass on that podcast. If Ross wasn't paying attention, that's on him, they said. Some fans even joked that 50 dropped $1 million worth of game on Ross right there on his own turf. Talk about flipping the script. One thing's crystal clear from all this back and forth. This beef is still alive and kicking hard. Their history runs deep and neither one of them is ready to let it go anytime soon. Their egos, massive. And neither one is about to back down. To them, making peace looks weak, like taking an L in front of the whole world. And let's be real, this beef keeps their names buzzing in the streets. Every diss, every shady post, every sarcastic laugh, it all keeps the spotlight shining right on them. But now it's gone way past music. This ain't just about bars anymore, it's personal. They've dragged each other's families into the mess, messed with each other's money, and even forced each other into courtrooms. That whole tape situation, that wasn't some petty jab, that was straight up next level disrespect. And when things get that deep, forgiveness is nowhere in sight. 50 Cent's pockets took some real hits too, and that only added more fuel to this wild saga. It's like every shot they take just builds more tension between them. One of the biggest reasons this beef refuses to die is simple. They don't respect each other's hustle, not even a little bit. Both of them downplay the other's success like it's a sport. And now that everything plays out on Instagram, all it takes is one shady post to blow the whole thing up again. Their fans eat it up too, hyping it, dropping memes, and keeping the drama alive like it's a full-time job. At this point, the feud is basically part of their brand in hip-hop. And let's be honest, long-term beefs are a staple in the culture, even though this one feels like it might last forever. Could it ever end? Maybe. Industry legends like Dr. Dre have tried stepping in before to calm things down. Maybe he'll try again, but don't hold your breath. Now that both Ross and 50 Cent are stacking big wins outside of music, TV shows, liquor brands, business deals, you'd think all this drama might start looking like bad business. They could outgrow the beef as they get older, or who knows? Maybe some massive project could pop up that forces them to link up for the bag. Never say never when money's on the table. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This feud is rooted deep in disrespect, pride, and the constant hunger for attention. And unless something huge changes, don't expect them to stop trading shots anytime soon. And honestly, it's not just Ross in 50's crosshairs. 50 Cent stays knee-deep in internet drama. He's always got someone to roast. He's constantly throwing shade at celebs left and right. People are starting to call it out now too. It's clear as day. 50 uses controversy to keep his name ringing everywhere. This ain't some new tactic. It's just another round in the same old game he's been playing for years. 50 Cent's history of stirring up drama runs deep. He's clashed with everybody from Ja Rule to Kanye West, and even took random shots at Madonna. His signature move? Roasting people over their flops, scandals, and public fails. Whether it's a weak album drop or a messy situation caught on camera, 50 knows exactly how to flip it into a trending moment. That's how he keeps himself in the mix, always buzzing, always trending. And the fans? They're split. Some people love the savage clapbacks and how he keeps it raw and unfiltered. Others think he crosses the line, acting too petty and burning bridges he might need one day. It's a double-edged sword for sure. But one thing's clear, it keeps him relevant. But let's be honest, this non-stop trolling doesn't sit right with everybody. Whether it's artists in the game or fans who are tired of the back and forth, some folks are just over it. But when it comes to the Rick Ross beef, don't hold your breath for a truce. Both of them have made it loud and clear. They're not trying to settle anything anytime soon. And in hip-hop, beef like this only cranks up the hype. It boosts streams, grabs headlines, and keeps the spotlight locked on them. 50's been running that playbook for years. And guess what? It's still working like a charm. At the end of the day, 50 Cent knows exactly how to work the game. Whether it's dropping music, running TV shows, or sparking feuds, he always keeps something in the air for the public to talk about. His war with Rick Ross, just another wild chapter in his long list of legendary beefs, and neither one of them looks ready to wave the white flag. As long as 50 Cent can flip the drama into buzz, expect the shots to keep flying. More shade, more clapbacks, and plenty more wild headlines. This saga's nowhere near done. Fans better stay locked in, because it's far from over. Every move they make keeps the streets talking. So what's your take on 50 Cent's latest shots at Rick Ross? Is he spitting facts or just stirring the pot to keep the spotlight on him? This story's been wild from the jump, and you already know it's far from over. But now we want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on in this never-ending beef? Is 50 Cent keeping it real, or is Rick Ross the one holding it down? Let us know everything you think about this crazy saga. And yo, don't forget, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and share this with your whole crew. Make sure you tap that bell too, so you never miss a single drop of the next wild celebrity drama coming your way. Catch you on the next one.